So according to one of the most influential book from Steve Blank, and you can find as well several talks of him on YouTube. I was able to find a considerable amount of talk, very nice talk and very interesting, and I have found as well that a considerable amount of people follow his work. So he says that you have two kinds of risk when you come to a startup. You have the customer and market risk, and you have the invention risk. So the market with invention risk, the venture, I mean the startup that starts with the invention risk, it's questionable whether the technology can ever be made to work. So you may say that in this case you have something new that was not tested before, but if that work, it will be a kind of a bestseller in the correspondent area. So that's the case of drugs. Most of the drugs they are testing nowadays. You have the case of COVID. They are accelerating the process of vaccination. But if you were in a normal situation, this vaccine would last at least like about 5-10 years to be developed. But in the case you were able to do it pretty fast because it was considered by, I believe, every country as a kind of a very important and urgent matter. But in a normal situation that would last even years, 10 years, 5 years, or even more to be able to approve this vaccine. So another kind of risk that they mention is connected to the market risk. So the market risk is whether they adopt or not the product. They adopt or not the product. In the case of Brazil, we have, as I mentioned before, the case of the Nubank. They are trying to offer the same kind of service that the conventional bank is offering, and they are doing pretty well. I'm one of the clients of the Nubank. I'm quite happy how fast they respond, how friendly they are. They have no fee in your account. Your account is account mixed with a kind of investment account. So you have your account and automatically have investment. So that kind of innovation that startup can do. Here I'm not going to talk specifically about startup. I'm planning to add as well a video specifically about startup. But here I'm just trying to connect the startup with innovation in medicine and life science in general, biotech in general. But more specifically, I'm concerned about mathematical models, because so you may think that when you have a kind of innovation in medicine, you may have several branches. Maybe one is medication, the other is mathematical model. There are different strategies, different ideas, but so that's one of the topic of my postdoc. How can you make the model that the people from the institution where I did my postdoc, they were working with this model for years, and that's not uncommon to find this kind of situation. So how could they make this model a kind of product? How could they make this model available? So most of the solution that you create a kind of online platform. I'm going to leave the paper somehow in the description. Somehow I make it available for you. The paper is open access. It was published, so you can see for yourself a more idea about what I'm talking about. That's not the main target of this video. If you liked this video, most likely you are going to like the course. So hit enroll now. If you have received any coupon, make sure to use your coupon so you have your promotion. Always keep in mind that you have a full-time access to the course, which means that you can enroll to the course anytime you want, and whenever you have time, you can do the course. I hope to see you in the course. I hope you enjoy all the content that I have built with great pleasure and enthusiasm. So I hope seeing you in the course. I hope that will be useful for you, and see you around.